you were one of the first major quote unquote evangelical leaders to speak out on LGBT inclusion. And then in Zimzum, you have this full on affirmation of gay relationships. And as somebody, I'm in this space now, right, working for this progression among evangelicals. What led you, what was the catalyst for allowing you to stand up and finally say, I support this?
Oh, it's funny. I would have answered that question for years, how I've always answered the question. I think you're talking about an interview I did. I happened to be asked it,
Yeah.
and I answered it as I had answered it for years.
Yeah.
So the idea that there was some sort of statement or some sort of finally spoke up, I answered that question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just funny. For years, people have been coming up to me after sermons, like, gay brothers and sisters saying, "Is it okay that we're here? Is it okay that we're..." Yes, of course. You know what I mean? Is there anything wrong with us? You're a child of God. Welcome to the table. Here's some bread. Here's some wine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, though, as the years have gone by, you hear story after story after story of how unbelievably damaging this exclusion and failure to affirm and embrace, how much damage it's done. And even some of the new research on teen suicide, that is directly related to issues of gender and sexual identity. And when a kid who's 15 is starting to realize who they are and how they are, and they're in a system that says that will get you sent to hell forever. And the psychic, the burden that places on the psyche and the soul. You know what I mean? It's to ask a kid to carry that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And essentially it creates a schism between who they know they are and God, the universe, what kind of universe they're living in.
Yeah.
And what I continue to be so moved by is people who've actually walked through that and come to peace with it. They're always the most Jesus-y people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
And I think it was interesting to me after my book Love Wins came out in 2011, and I had had this before, but people would send letters saying, I've really struggled with suicide, and for the first time I realized it was because I was handed a view that God is going to send billions of people to hell forever, and I might be one of them if I don't do X, Y, or Z. And for me, it had this sort of, these matter, and I should say something, but over time, I began to understand how these, what are called theological issues, actually hand people a narrative about the universe that can be devastating and can lead to, like, literally psychological devastation of a I want to kill myself variety.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are implications. This isn't just arranging your mental furniture.
Yeah.
And that many people, the thing that they are calling good news is actually a horror story about the incineration of billions of human beings.
Yeah.
That is not a gospel. That is not good news. That is a horror story. And so I think we've all come to realize this goes really, really deep into what kind of universe we're living in. And what kind of images we are handing future generations about the universe that we're living in.
Yeah.
And to just say to lots and lots and lots of people, well, it is your path to be lonely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just something you're going to have to accept. The rest of us don't, but you are just going to have to be lonely.
Yeah.
Or there is something profoundly wrong with you, and that's just what our word to you. Brutal, just brutal.
Absolutely.